I've been dealing with this since the little boy was a month old and the little girl was what, 9.5, 10 months old. Providing for these kids stability. They're getting older now, and it's always excuses. I shouldn't have to be responsible for the choices that she make in life. We had other options where she didn't have to pay the child support. She agreed to let me adopt the kids so we can get financial help. It's just me and the kids. They can't get in no programs. I can't afford to do basketball. No, nothing for them. And I've been stressing this to her. They getting older. I need more help. You're not doing anything.
iPhone, are you Cosme Escamilla?
No, I'm Sabrina Nolan.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I did got you. I did get the name right. Ma'am, here in the middle, are you Cosme Escamilla? You're on the iPhone?
No, I'm Queenie Brown.
Oh, okay, okay, sorry about that. Hold on. I think this might be the one.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Ms. Gamble, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
We're ready for your hearings.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have everybody here now. Ms. Gamble, in this matter, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to pay child support and related expenses. Upon a first conviction, you could be ordered to serve up to 45 days in jail. If it's a second or subsequent offense, up to 90 days in jail. You understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
And the court has appointed Ms. Huffman to represent you. Have you had sufficient opportunity to speak to Ms. Huffman in preparation for this hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Huffman, are you ready to proceed?
I am, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Gamble, I'll have you and Ms. Petrulio raise your right hands. We'll have you sworn in, then we'll take some testimony.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Petrulio, you can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll start with the Sabrina Nolan Shatari Gamble case. It's docket 2017 828 DS. In this case, Ms. Gamble is required to pay $374 current child support. The arrearages pursuant to guideline would be $103.65 plus fees for a total monthly obligation of $481.15. The last payment paid was December 28, 2023 through income withholding in the amount of $73.48. She did post a $100 bond that I'm asking be forfeited and applied to the arrearage. She's had one show cause. This is her first bench warrant, and there has been a finding of contempt. In the last 5 months, she should have paid a total of $2,505.75. She paid $121.14, left her short $2,384.61. The arrearage on this case is $5,181.84 through the month of April. Do you want me to go on to the next case?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. This one is Shatari Gamble versus Cosme Escamilla, docket 2021-913 DP. In this case, she's ordered to pay $1,007 a month current child support. The arrearages pursuant to guideline would be $262 a month plus fees for a total monthly obligation of $1,272.50. The last payment she paid was through income withholding on December 28th, 2023 in the amount of $197.83. She posted a $100 cash bond on this case that I am also asking be forfeited and applied to the arrearage. There's been the one show cause. This is her first bench warrant. She has had one finding of contempt in the last 5 months. She should have paid a total of $6,462.50. She paid $326.14, leaving her short of compliance $6,136.36 in just the last 5 months. Her arrearage on this case is $13,115.49. Just for the record, well, she booked into the county jail on April 3rd and was released on the 5th, so she has credit for 2 days. Also, Shatari was court ordered into the LEAP program back in November of 2023, and she never attended.
Ms. Huffman, do you contest or dispute the statements made by Ms. Petrulio?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Ms. Petrulio?
I just wanted to, make sure that we did include that $326.14 payment on the form.
Yes, and it wasn't
Okay.
one payment, it was 2 different payments, and I forgot to include it. That's why I emailed you, but yes. it was
Okay.
included. Yep.
Got it. Thank you very much. No further questions.
Okay. Any proofs, Ms. Huffman?
Yes, I would call Miss Gamble.
Okay.
Miss Gamble, are you currently working?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. Why are you not working at this time?
I've been pursuing to start back the job I was at before my car accident in December. That was my last payment was in December. I was working. Then I got into a car accident and had I got into a car accident and had fractured hip surgery, but my doctor didn't give me no restrictions, thank God. So I've been trying to pursue. The last job I was at is on a hiring freeze.
Okay, hang on just a second. Let me ask you. So you fractured your hip, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was in a car accident in December?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you had that car accident, you were working at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
And you lost your job due to that car accident?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you weren't able to work, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you said the doctor didn't give you any work restrictions, but you weren't able to work, is that correct?
No, they don't know. But about time, I have several visits, but obviously I wasn't going to work after I got out of jail. But from the last visit I had with them, he did not put me on any work restrictions.
Okay,
when they released me, I was under care for 90 days. So after they released me, they didn't put me on no restrictions.
Okay, so now you're not on any restrictions, right?
No, I was for 90 days though.
Okay. And did you say you had surgery on your hip?
Yeah, I had fractured hip surgery. I have a scar like about pretty long.
Did you have any other injuries in that accident?
No, just my hip.
Okay. So what if, so 90 days would have been March or beginning of April. You could have started working in the beginning of April. So this, yeah, so this is May 15th. Why don't you have a job yet?
I've been pursuing. I've definitely been putting in several applications and also
Where have you put in applications?
I've put in applications at Ilex. They're on a hiring freeze. That's where I was at. At WSI, I applied for Tenneco. It's a couple other things, a couple of maintenance jobs through D&D. I had an interview with Express Employment Professionals before, but their jobs was out of the city. So they just keep me updated until they get something here. So
Are you, so that's a temporary employment agency or placement agency?
Yeah,
Okay,
temp agency, yeah. I had
okay,
a drug screen and all that through them and all that, so
okay.
that's my interview.
But Highlex was your old job and that's really where you would like to go back, but they're on a hiring freeze, is that correct?
I mean, wherever I could go, you know, I've been
Okay.
wherever I can fit in. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there was, testimony earlier that you were court ordered into the LEAP program in November of 2023, but you never attended. What happened with that?
That must have been, well, when I spoke to, I don't know, I don't really recall that, but I'm definitely requesting that as of now because a friend of mine told me about it. And I'm like, well, I don't even remember that. I probably wasn't even in my right. If I passed that up by any chance, that was completely out of my own ignorance. I definitely needed that help because I had no idea. Definitely.
Okay, so you do want to do the LEAP program?
Absolutely.
And you'll get started on that as soon as you possibly can?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have quite a high monthly support obligation on at least one of the cases. It's $1,007, and then arrearages are $262. Have you considered filing a motion to adjust the support obligation?
Yeah, I went to, yes, I filed a motion and I went to court for that on the 23rd of April, and I'm set for an evidentiary hearing June 13th.
And do you know who that's with?
That's what my mom and, well,
No, I
Sabrina,
mean, what, like, is it with a referee or?
the the first one was with the referee, but then
Okay,
they set it for an evidentiary hearing. I don't know who's
okay,
I don't, yeah.
okay, that's fine. Do you have any money that you could pay right now?
I got $12 to my name.
And do you have any idea when you could make your next payment?
Possibly. I could definitely ask for some help so before this week is out.
You think you could have a payment before the end of the week?
I can ask my dad if he can loan me some money.
Okay.
I
So
don't know
today's
when,
Wednesday already. You think you could have some money by Friday?
how much?
I'm asking you, how much could you have?
Probably $50.
Okay, so you could make a $50 payment by Friday,
Yes.
and then hopefully by the next couple of weeks after that, you'd have your job and be able to start making payments again?
Lord's willing, I'm trying. And
Okay.
hopefully I'm supposed to be starting my college classes here soon. So if not,
So
I postpone
where
that to the fall and try to
are
get
your
some.
college classes?
KCC, I'm going back to school.
So you've already started KCC once?
10 years ago, I went to college.
Do your credits that you got from,
Quiet, Marlon. Sorry, I'm sorry. Marlon.
do your credits that you got from 10 years ago, are they still, there's still credits that you can use now?
Yes, ma'am. I had a 3.7 when I a 3.7 when I was attending. I just was going through a lot with having my baby and then being pregnant again. I just stopped going, so I was on suspension.
How many more credits do you need to graduate with whatever it was you were going for?
I'm not going for that. It's a whole nother field. So
Okay, so what will you
yeah,
need to graduate for that?
Well, I have to go for 2 years to get my associates. So however many, I haven't really gotten
Okay,
that deep with it, with the credits and all that. Yeah.
okay. Are you signed up right now to take classes for the next
Yes.
semester? Okay,
Yes. Yes. I've definitely registered and I'm just waiting for my appeal to go through. And
but you
then,
intend to work during the time that you're going to school?
yeah, possibly have to do second shift because my class is supposed to be set for the morning. But if they don't come, I probably have to take later classes and do first shift. So it's just like however everything plays out. But whatever comes first at this point, I'm gonna have to work around it.
Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Gamble, you said you had the accident in December 2023. Did you seek out any no-fault wage loss benefits?
Yes, through Sam Bernstein, I have an attorney.
Okay, and have those been paid?
No, I'm still like, it's a process. Definitely, I got my paperwork submitted, and there's a couple other things I have to fax to them. So
Well,
that's
there's two parts of no fault case. There's a wage loss that you should get regardless of the issue of fault, and then there's also a third party claim in this matter. So you're saying you're not getting any wage loss benefits in the
none
interim?
of that has started. I filed my case. It was in February,
Okay,
and I didn't have yeah, it was me having to get Medicaid and then trying to get on other people's insurance to, yeah, it was just, yeah, I'm new to all of this, so I'm just trying to definitely whatever steps I gotta take for that, however that plays out.
anything else that you'd like me to be aware of?
I definitely am here trying to better my situation. The everything was based off of a job that I did have in March 2023, March 14th. I was working very hard and like throughout the time I did get a little bit discouraged. And I've definitely been trying to do the things that I can. I've my kids, I'm just trying to be able to be there as the best I can for them. And it's unfortunate that I'm this far behind, and I'm just playing catch up, and I'm starting over. So yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Ms. Escamilla, anything you would like to say? Ma'am?
Marlon, come here.
Ms. Escamilla, anything else, anything you would like to say?
Oh, me?
Yeah, yes.
Um, at this point, I don't even know, because I just feel like I ain't gonna get no help from her, regardless of what she says or what she does. So I at this point, I just, because it's been over a long time. There's still quite a gap of area of where she was able to pay and didn't pay. And like I said, at this point, I just whatever it takes to just get her to at least help out with something, because right now I'm paying for school, I'm paying for everything out of pocket, and
Okay, thank you. Ms. Nolan, anything you'd like to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, see, my whole situation with my daughter is sad. Go in there, please. I've been dealing with this since the little boy was a month old and the little girl was, what, 9.5, 10 months old. Providing for these kids stability. They're getting older now, and it's always excuses. I'm not I shouldn't have to be responsible for the choices that she make in life. We had other options where she didn't have to pay the child support. She agreed to let me adopt the kids so we can get financial help. It's just me and the kids. They can't get in no programs. You know, I can't afford to do basketball. No, nothing for them. And I've been stressing this to her. You know, they're getting older. I need more help. You're not doing anything but causing chaos and excuses. And at this point, you know, I guess she was in a car accident. I get it, 100%. But before the accident, it was the same thing. Nothing has changed. We have excuses after excuses. And the last hearing that we had for child support, she did know about the heat because the lady explained that to her that she can get in there, and she agreed to get in it. You know, it's always excuses and after excuses, but she don't know that she has put me in such a financial burden situation. I'm on disability. I have to force myself to work to provide for these kids every day. I got to take them to school. They don't have bus transportation. I have to physically get up and take them and pick them up every single day, which requires gas. They got to have clothes. They're getting big. She don't understand this, what she has put on me. Due to me working all of them hours to provide for these kids, disability is taking payments out of my check for these kids, when all she had to do when her and Jerry agreed to let me adopt these kids so we wouldn't have to be in this situation. I'm in a position now to where it's just us. Me and my boyfriend is no longer together, so I don't have that extra income. And I can't keep having these excuses because I'm not in a position to have any excuses to why I can't do. When my babies ask me, can they go to the school carnival, and I can't pay $15?
Ma'am, you muted yourself.
You can't hear you, Sabrina. Can't hear you.
I don't even understand, Your Honor, why I'm even going through this. I really don't. None of this. You know, I got to take food. They got to have snacks every day. I got to provide this. Food stamps only go so far because they're basing everything on my income. I get enough income to take care of me, but I don't have enough income to take care of all of these bills in this house and provide for them. So it's not fair that she get a pat on the back to have these kids and disregard my needs or her kids' needs. You know, it's a joke to her. And it's not funny. These are lives. These are babies' lives that we're talking about. She said she didn't want me to get the adoption. Now they help me, they go file these papers. I go to this court, all they had to do was to consent here. Then she go to say, well, the money going in your pocket. What do you mean? I'm taking care of your babies.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Marlon.
Well, in this matter, the court will make the following findings in this case that Ms. Gamble obviously was well aware of her support obligation.
Absolutely.
Again, she was in a car accident back in December, but the court notes in the one case that she owes over $5,000, the other case over $13,000, and those arrearages accrued much earlier than the car accident in this matter. Back in November of 2023, she was ordered into the LEAP program. She did not attend. As she states, she didn't recall that. Well, unfortunately, you may not recall it. You're still responsible for doing it when that's a sentence of the court in these particular matters. That she was injured in a car accident, it fractured her hip, had surgery. She was out of the doctor's care in March after the 90-day period. That after that time, she's identified that she had put in applications at about 6 different places. Well, somebody can put in 6 applications within an hour. It doesn't take you, 2 months to put in.
There was more applications than that.
Okay, well, that's what you testified to, ma'am. I'm just relying upon what you testified to.
Okay.
That she is going back to KCC, that she had attended previously, did not complete that, and going into another program. The court will find that based upon her testimony, she's not made a good faith attempt at compliance. She's failed or refused to comply. and
No.
is in contempt of court. With that, Ms. Huffman, anything before sentencing?
I would ask the court that since she has had some interviews, she does believe that she'll be able to get a job soon. She indicated she does want to go into the LEAP program. I believe that in order for her to get where she needs to go in life, that LEAP program is going to be very beneficial to her. And she's also talking about going to school. She's already applied and is ready to start the next semester. And those things are only going to better her life. I would ask the court to just consider all of those things when making its decision today.
Okay. Court will first forfeit the bonds previously posted in this matter. The court would order that Ms. Gamble would participate in the GEMS program. It is now, it used to be the LEAP program, it's now GEMS. The court would, in this matter, I could sentence her up to 90 days in jail. I'm not going to do it that much. The court is going to sentence her to 30 days in jail with credit for 2 days served. The court is going to order that she would report to the sheriff's office no later than 4:00 p.m. on May 24th, 2024. That gives you about a week and a half to arrange things in this case. The court would allow you to purge yourself of contempt by paying the sum of $500 in each case. So that's $1,000 total. If you pay that by the May 24th date, then you would not go to jail. If not, then you report to the sheriff's department on the 24th before 4:00 p.m. to serve your sentence. If in fact you do not appear on that date, realize and recognize you could be sentenced to more days. You could be sentenced up to 90 days at this point. So that will be the sentence in the order of the court. And you're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.